is Sabina at Cross Keys Crafts with day 9 of my Christmas card challenge. Today I want to show you how I turned this piece of vellum that I created 2 days ago, and I'm going to link to my video below on how I created this with my alcohol markers and some alcohol in my spray bottle. How I turned this into this lovely card with a dry embossed background and then just some die cut snowflakes on the front. It's very easy to make but very impressive, I think. So I've already prepared my cardstock. This one's going to be a top folding card because I happen to have that on my desk. I've already cut the mat slightly smaller. This is a slightly smaller than 6x4, and this is accordingly smaller, but obviously you can do this any size you would like it to make. I've already set up my die cutting machine here, and this is my embossing folder. This is from Gemini. I know this is not available anymore unless you find it on eBay, but you might find something similar. This is a 3D embossing folder, but even a 2D embossing folder would be fine. So all you need to do is place your vellum into the folder. I've chosen the matte side up, so make sure this is the debossed area and that's the embossed area. If you want the more colourful side on the front, you have to turn it around accordingly. So, and I have already found out my sandwich. I have my own base plate here, which is an old mat of some sort. I don't even know where it's from, which I found works best with these thick embossing folders. But play around with it a bit first before you put your vellum through. So I'm doing this slightly off screen here. And the noise you can hear is actually because of vellum sticking out a bit on the side. So put this out of the way. And then you end up with this. You can see this. The motif is embossed, and many of the bits turn out white as they have been pushed into the vellum. The other side, as you can see, the debossed side, is not as exciting, but also nice if you want to use it like this. Just put this out of the way on the floor. So now, in order to attach this, I always use double-sided adhesive because it doesn't show at all on the other side. You can use double-sided adhesive sheets. I've shown you in one video before how you lay that out there without any wastage and how to get it on straight. I'm going to link to that below as well. But for this one, I'm going to use this tape I have, which I actually bought because it was recommended to use for furniture that you want to keep your cat off. It never kept my cat off the furniture, but I thought I'll still utilize it, and it's great because it's just the width of the panel I need. So what you need to do is very simple. Just lay it down and then cut it off. So you've got a bit of overhang, but I'm not worried about that. So just press it down, and now you can see it on the other side, and you can cut it to size. So don't put it on before you emboss it, because otherwise that won't work. So I'm going to cut a straight edge first here. I always get all 4 edges straight, and then I'm going to cut it down to the exact size I need. Which I usually just do like this. I eyeball it and then see how much I need to cut off. So as you can see, I've got two nice edges there, so I need some similar edges on either side, but I decide I want more of this motif, so I'll cut that off there. And this is how I normally do it, rather than measuring it properly. And the guillotine is really good for this, but you can also do this, you know, you use a ruler and cut these with your scissors. I'm not sure how the blade of the scoring board would go, so I think I'll just cut this off. One more slither. So all you need to do now is peel this off. Fold this back just a corner. Then you align it on this side without pressing this down. And once you're happy with how you've lined it, push it down in the corner where you've got the glue on, and then you can release the release paper and it will all be straight. There you go. So I'm going to attach this to the panel just with my collal glue. So, and then I've got a pile of die cut snowflakes that I still have from last year. So I dug all these out. They're different ones. There's some just with holographic cardstock. Then there's this holographic with a bit of a pattern, and I've got some glitter cardstock as well. So I just pick a few of those that I like. I like to have a mix of bigger ones and smaller ones, and I have them at different angles as well. And I also want to leave some space for my sentiment. I'll probably pop that on first in a moment. And obviously you don't want it to cover too much because you want to show the embossing off as well. Just checking what I did with the other one. Probably do it similarly, and you can go off the edges a bit, go onto the matting layer. Yeah, I think that looks good. I've also got a little reindeer here. Sorry, not a reindeer, a deer. So, to attach these, I'm going to use my collal glue. Yesterday I used the Zig pen, which works, but it seems to be a bit messier. But if it does get stuck on your die cut pieces, you can use some alcohol, rubbing alcohol on a little cloth and take it off the cardstock, because otherwise you lose the shine on the holographic paper. Or if you have a non-holographic, you can also use your heat embossing tool, the powder, to get rid of the stickiness. But with these today, I just glue them on with this one, and I'm going to speed this up a bit. So, as you maybe could see in the sped up bit, I had to go back and push these down a bit because this is embossed. It's not all one level, so sometimes you have to go back on the ends to stick it down properly. But once they're stuck down, they're fine with the collal glue. So all there's left to do now is take off the release paper on this and stick this down. As always, I get this straight on my grid and then I know this will be straight. Tell you what, I use my tweezers with that because then I don't have my fingers in the way. There we go. And another card with some embossed vellum. To show you this as a comparison, this one's slightly whiter in the embossed bits. I think it's because maybe there was a bit of more pressure on there. But then again, also this had the darker ink in the background. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, I'd be happy if you gave me a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you tomorrow with day 10 of my Christmas card challenge.